Rice pudding, how I remember it in my youth at boarding school, a thick, stodgy mass with the skin on the top that you could ice skate through. Then I discovered Asian sweet rice dishes, and it opened up whole new horizons for me. And there's one on the menu today in Consuming Passions. I call it my sweet, sticky rice experience. Rice is lovingly cooked in a sweet sugar syrup and served with bananas, caramelized, and a coconut omelette. Now, each of these elements could be served separately, but together, what a taste explosion. I start by preparing the rice. This has been washed in cold water. It's glutinous, long grain rice, commonly found in Oriental stores or better supermarkets. Now, although this is called glutinous rice, it doesn't actually have any gluten in it. Rather, the name refers to the gluiness that you can get with the rice. You don't have to use this. You can use any long grain rice. It won't be quite as sticky. Now, while it's cooking, I make up a sugar syrup by dissolving 4 tablespoons of sugar in 150 mils of water. I'm using palm sugar, but any raw or white sugar could also be used. But palm sugar, of course, is used in a lot of Thai and Vietnamese foods. The sugar syrup is ready when the sugar has actually completely dissolved. Now, back to the rice. When it's just cooked, it's drained. It still should have a little bit of bite in it because it will absorb more liquids. Now I stir in coconut milk, and then the sugar syrup is stirred through, and the rice is allowed to stand and absorb the coconut milk and the sugar syrup. Now to the omelette. I mix 4 eggs with sugar and just a tablespoon. Here I use just a white caster sugar. I don't need a strong flavour here, and palm sugar is quite strongly flavoured. I add 2 tablespoons of coconut milk and a generous grating of lemon. Bliss. Once mixed well, I put some oil in a pan, preferably non-stick. I do use a little oil just for texture, and I pour in the egg mixture, shake it around, then cover the pan and allow the omelette to cook very slowly. To the bananas, I peel 2 or 3 or 4 small bananas and cut into chunks. I prefer the smaller bananas because I think they have more flavour than some of those great big yellow things that taste of chalk. Big is not necessarily best, as we know. And they needn't be too ripe. Once cut, I toss with a little lemon juice and then get cooking again. Some butter into a frying pan, add a little more sugar. Again, palm sugar could be used here. Once the sugar has melted and started to brown, in go the banana pieces to coat, and then I flame with rum. Australian rum, of course. When the flames die down and we can all relax again, I simply prepare the omelette by rolling up and cutting into thin strips. The rice goes onto a plate. The bananas go on top. What fantastic coconutty, rummy aromas. And the alcohol is, of course, cooked out of the rum. The omelette strips are draped over to garnish, and possibly a little grating of orange over the top. Optional extra, but I love it. What a wonderful combination. Degree of difficulty, low to medium on each recipe. Keepability, best eaten immediately. Preparation time, 15 to 20 minutes of preparation plus cooking. A final sprunkling, which is of course a small sprinkling, of toasted coconut, and the dish is complete. The perfect partner for this would be a Riesling or a Semillon, a sweet late-picked wine, which in Australia is known as a sticky. It will complement the Consuming Passions sweet, sticky rice experience beautifully. From Consuming Passions, till next time, bon appetit. Magic.